Greetings to all respected subscribers and guests of the channel. Today, the prison experience is most often shared by women who received sentences under political charges. Usually, they speak about their experience with a sense of pride in their actions that led to serious life trials, and yet their stories represent a very real and valuable form of experience. They talk about what is truly frightening and what is merely myth, invented to fuel interest in prison life. This is important information about how to stay true to yourself, remain a person, and remain a woman even under such conditions. Many inmates say the hardest part is the constant presence of a large number of women, an environment you simply cannot escape. There are no personal plans and no real possibility to carry them out. Over time, this dulls the mind and numbs emotions. Personal space in prison is minimal. The only place that might be freely available is a bench in the smoking area. Often, women choose places like the laundry drying room, random corners, or at least the psychologist's office for privacy. Life in a women's prison is institutional to an extreme degree. Another difficulty is that even shower stalls often have no doors. Once a week, inmates are allowed 1 day off, and once a year, a 2-week work leave. But even on those days, waking up follows the strict schedule. In any case, the administration always ensures that an inmate is occupied with something. Wake up is at 6 a.m., lights out at 10 p.m., with no deviations. A standard uniform is supposed to be issued once a year, but in reality, this almost never happens. Women often wear the same clothing for several years. All these measures are designed to fit every individual into a single mold. It is easier to control a herd this way. One must be mentally prepared for everything they are about to face. A woman encounters her first hardships on the way to prison. Transfers are often long, exhausting, and physically draining. Preparation is essential. Very often, between transfers, inmates are placed in transit cells in a remand prison. These cells are overcrowded and dirty. Personal belongings must be carefully monitored, as theft is common. When inmates are transported by train, there are often empty seats in the compartment, since women are transported less frequently. It is crucial to rest whenever possible, because no one will tell you when you will next be able to sleep or even lie down. During transport, much depends on the convoy guards.
There is only one toilet, and access depends entirely on the convoy, who may simply be lazy. Therefore, it's better not to drink too much on the road. Guards can sometimes be persuaded with 1 or 2 packs of cigarettes, which results in more tolerable conditions. A sentenced woman must be ready for transfer at any moment, even at night. No one explains where she is being taken. Relatives are not informed, and sometimes even lawyers are deliberately misled. During transport, visits and packages are forbidden. One must be prepared for complete isolation. Newly arrived women are not forced to squat or undergo humiliating intake procedures, unlike men. If the charge is considered special, the personal file envelope is marked with a specific stripe. Prison staff use their own internal coding system. The idea of honorable and dishonorable charges in women's prison is mostly a myth, except for infanticide. Those inmates are usually housed separately. When a new inmate enters a cell, no one forcibly demands a detailed confession of what she did, but she is expected to say something, briefly, without details. It's better not to lie, but oversharing is also dangerous. Some inmates pass information to the administration. Here, anything a woman says can and will be used against her. If she dodges questions or avoids communication, pressure may be applied, sometimes even physical, though this is rare. Women usually don't resort to physical violence. Most conflicts end in shouting. If an infanticide offender ends up in the cell, she may be forced to sleep near the toilet or on the floor. Each bunk has a cardboard tag listing full name, date of birth, charge, sentence start, and release date. Political charges draw particular interest. They are seen as special and even somewhat cool. Most inmates are serving time for drugs, murder, or theft. Drug charges often involve Roma women. What a woman did on the outside rarely matters to others inside. Administration carefully manages conflict using parole and regime privileges. There is also collective responsibility. If one inmate breaks the rules, everyone pays. In such an environment, inmates constantly monitor each other. Most accept that a criminal case and a person's identity are not the same thing. Prison has its own moral framework.
Women in prison for political reasons often trigger suspicion from both inmates and staff, especially if they are educated or used to a comfortable life. It's better not to isolate yourself or display superiority. Many inmates have few interests beyond food and TV shows. Some struggle with reading or writing. Some saw plumbing or hot water for the first time in prison. You don't get to choose your surroundings. You need to speak simply, not act disgusted, and help when needed, even sharing food. This doesn't degrade your dignity, it's basic survival in any group. There is a myth that friendship doesn't exist in prison. While betrayal and jealousy are common, bonds do form. A woman must be doubly cautious. Over time, the ability to read people improves. Weakness may be tested through psychological pressure. Physical fights are rare. Mental pressure is constant. Fear must be controlled. A woman must remain herself, otherwise cracks will show immediately. Support from the outside is crucial. It raises an inmate's status. Material support matters here too. Frequent packages increase respect. Often, husbands don't wait. Children may end up in foster care. Parents may turn away. Friends disappear after sentencing. Women are left alone with their struggles. There is an official list of permitted personal items, including scarves, bras, plastic curlers, cosmetics, hygiene products, tampons, cotton, gauze, petroleum jelly, hair clips, pocket mirrors, washcloths, underwear, no more than 2 sets, a tracksuit or robe, slippers, gloves, creams, combs, religious items, and fiction books. Cleanliness is strictly enforced. Inspections are harsh. Work occupies a huge part of prison life for compensation payments, parole eligibility, or simply to pass time. Education helps secure better work, though wages are laughable. Most earnings go towards cigarettes, tea, candy, and sanitary pads. Still, work keeps the mind active. Those with education read books from the prison library. It helps escape mentally. Personal space remains minimal, and some inmates cope by provoking others. Following the rules makes prison easier. Some participate in creative activities, which may help with early release. By the 3rd year, personality deformation affects nearly everyone. Prison stops being a place you're serving time. It becomes where you live. It's vital to preserve your sense of self. The outside world gradually feels unreal. This is psychologically dangerous. Prison must not be allowed inside your mind. Faith can help. Some inmates rely only on God. There is no mass fanaticism, but sincere belief exists. The key rule of serving time: do not oppose yourself to your surroundings. Isolation is a dead end. Remain yourself. Do not lie to yourself or to others.